father company at that time, Vinasoy specialized in and provide different milk products. In 2003, Junsun Milk Company became the first Vietnamese enterprise specializing in soya milk and first product go into market is Farmy soya milk. On 16 May 2005, Vinasoy renamed Natural Creative Dedicated was born and Junsun factory officially was trained is Vietnam Soybean Milk Company Vinasoy. In 2012, Vinasoy Pure Soy Milk products were introduced to the innovative line of soybean, showing the new direction deep investment of Vinasoy. And about mission statement, formulating development strategy, production and business plan to suitable with the function and tasks of the company and the general requirement of the market. And the second, constantly improving the quality and quantity of products to apply for consumer demand in the country. And the third, resolving and developing the company capital, fit its own mission well. And finally, we resolve to continually research and refine production of nutritionally soy-based food and drinks to provide the best quality for a discerning consumer group.
Next, I will introduce you about a small environment. Firstly, I talk about economic factor. The economic situation of Vietnam in the past year has always increased with high speed and relatively stable. For example, Spain express great growth of the pan-proud economic government stimulus. People move to the select products which derived from natural ingredients, soy milk, green tea, quality, and fresh fruit. Lifestyle Vietnamese people like to be modern, therefore they like to consume the product that is capable of pure fresh drinking and food for health. Population and population structure. Vietnam has a number of population is over 95.7 billion. Next, I will talk about political and legal factor. Political stability and the legal system are built on the impact proven the legal framework for economic activity affecting the private sector, general and soy milk of Vinasoy in particular regarding the regulation related to food safety, state policy, import custom, labor effect, the import of raw material Vinasoy. For example, in the country, the investment environment continues to be improved. Destination of many domestic and foreign investors, military sector to actively promote administration with reform, shorten and simplify the review for ensuing investment licensing, the review for business registration, state declaration and payment. And on foreign policy, Vietnam trade cooperation with our country, region and territory in the world on the basis of equality, cooperation, external political activity impact on import and export of Vinasoy. A large number of raw material are exported from foreign countries such as stand milk, packing style of raw material, spare parts. Also, the export activities, dairy products abroad are also being researched, selected by the company for its. Next, I will talk about strategical factor, information and communication technology developed recently and applied in the dispensably in using enterprise management. The bribery industry always has a strong strength in the production technology, especially in the interior technology when processing milk is milk head treatment by spoiling. Today, bribery sterilization applies the products of pasteurized milk and jet-like PUST technology so ensure the removal of harmful bacteria that ensure the quality of milk restoration and thoroughness yield refreshment. Finally, I will talk about ecological factor. Vietnam has geographical benefits, but is not advanced or proud weather such as storm, floods, drought. It also affected a lot of the products of the economy, especially quality and start of products.
In terms of industry environment, we will look into 5 elements that affect the company. Firstly, in competitors, there are 2 kinds of competitors that Vinasoy has to face. In the first type, direct competitor, it is the homemade soy milk. It is quite easy for a person to make soy milk at home, especially in a period that technology is developing rapidly. People can use conventional cooking tools to make soy milk, or they can buy the soy milk making machine to follow the instruction and to create homemade soy milk. In Vietnam, people are not accustomed to using packaged soy milk. They mainly prefer the soy milk that is sold traditionally in almost every corner of the street with a very low price, only 5,000 to 10,000 Vietnam dong per bottle or cup. In the aspect of potential competitors, there are some other companies that are trying to get the market from Vinasoy. A typical firm in this area is Vinamilk. Besides, there are typical company 25 Group, which together hold nearly a quarter of the Vinasoy market. Secondly, in terms of customer, they have strong bargaining power due to the high availability of many brands in the market. Besides, they believe that other products can also provide the same or even more nutrient than soy milk. Also drive buyers to buy milk and milk products other than buying soy milk. In the table here, it can be seen that milk is more nutrient than soy milk in many aspects, so buyers might prefer cow milk than soy milk. Another thing that buyers nowadays are very sensitive with the price, and they know well about the product they buy thanks to the technology development. Buyers can switch to other brands whenever they feel like doing so, therefore the loyalty of buyers is low. Thirdly, in terms of supplier, the package supplier Tetra Pak is monopoly since only their package are qualified for containing and preserving soy milk. Therefore, the bargaining power of Tetra Pak is very strong, so they have advantages when dealing with Vinasoy. The soybean supplier, which are the farmers, have average bargaining power since there are many of them, so Vinasoy can buy soy milk from many sources, as the quality of soybean from different sources are similar. Recently, Vinasoy has tried to grow soybean on their own, so the bargaining power of farmers tend to decrease soon. Fourthly, in terms of potential entrants to join the market, it is required for firms to have a high amount of initial capital, certain knowledge as well as in-depth view about the market in order to survive and compete with other firms. Besides, there are some other favorable conditions for firms which make it easier for them to start investing in producing soy milk. For example, the distribution network is wide and has high availability with cheap costs. Soy milk production firms have to pay low tax and no monopoly in this market. Low cost in switching business and the status of market can easily analyze. Finally, in terms of substitute, the number of products that can be the substitute for Vinasoy product is high with products from other brands. Number 1 soy milk of the Fat Group, Refresh soy milk and Gold soy of Vinamilk, 3 soy of Triple and homemade soy milk that is available almost everywhere too. Cow milk, corn milk, and brown rice milk and lotus seed milk are also other substitute for soy milk in terms of nutrient drink. The price of soy milk between the brands is not much different, not to mention the price of homemade soy milk is quite much lower than packaged soy milk.
Exercising alone is not enough. Vietnamese people consider drinking soy milk to be healthy. After first few and secondary market research, we found out that the Vietnamese just love soy milk. Every day, 1.5 million liters of soy milk is consumed across Vietnam, making it the third largest consumer of soy milk after China and Thailand. The graph shows the consumption of soy milk in Vietnam over the years, and as you can see, they are continuously rising. However, the majority of soy milk consumed is homemade or manually made by street vendors, while industrially produced milk has yet to meet consumer demand, and investment in the field remains modest. A little outlook on the future: the market is predicted to change in the future since consumers are more aware of their health. More and more people will likely to choose packed products for convenience as they get busier. Moreover, they tend to prefer natural tasting, less sugary products. Soy milk producers will then focus on making products which suit consumers' taste.
Now let's come to
internal analysis, and the first one is SWOT analysis. Vinasoy has many core strengths which have Vinasoy become leadership strategy in industry market. The most important is its well-known core product portfolio, soy milk. It uses soy as raw material on of its product, Femi, Soyman, and Vinasoy, which leads to cost reduction in production of Vinasoy because of low-cost raw materials. The cooperation with Tetra Pak pushed Vinasoy to the new level of technology. The modern switch technology creates a breakthrough in product capacity and quality. Moreover, some other factors are good public image in the community via a variety of charity activities or health seminars and investment decisions in only one particular market, soy milk industry. However, Vinasoy still has some weakness, which prevent it from improving sharply. There are lots of substitute products which may satisfy customers' requirements instead of Vinasoy products in the market. And product design is not creative and beautiful, so it cannot attract the customers in the first sale immediately. Manufacturing capacity is moderate. Besides those strengths and weaknesses, Vinasoy development in the future has many opportunities. The most important one is that Vinasoy is Vietnamese soy milk leadership. Vietnamese social belief about health growth, natural product reference raise the high demand in industry market. Furthermore, viral marketing in Vietnam is increasing with rapidly and regionally spread. However, there are still some threats from soy milk industry. The biggest one is loss of high potential competitors. Vinamilk tobacco, which results in low customer loyalty. Controversial rumors about soy milk is that soy milk has bad effect on children's gender and health.
Next, we move to the value chain analysis. Supporting activities have four factors. The first factor is from infrastructure. Vinasoy currently has 3 soybean milk factories.
They are in Quảng Ngãi, Bắc Ninh, and New, which has made the capacity of Vinasoy company up to 4 million products per day and make it to the top 5 soya company in the world.
The second factor is human resources management. Vinasoy bringing some benefit for employees in working environment and daily life. In working environment, it brings some physical benefits such as bonus in national holidays due to proportion of labor's contribution, bonus for technology innovation initiative. In daily life, it brings some physical benefits such as giving present for New Year, holidays to employees. Vinasoy equipment line, which is supplied by Tetra Pak, has created a breakthrough in quality of Vinasoy. Thanks to the rigorous investment in raw materials, the modern factory system, Vinasoy has been trusted by consumers for its delicious, nutritious, and healthy products. The final factor is procurement. Vinasoy has built a plan to buy machines, equipment, and soy sources properly. For soybeans, Vinasoy chose the soybean resources in domestic. Over many years of research, Vinasoy found that soybeans in Đắk Nông province have a delicious flavor that most imported soybeans do not have, and this is a good source of Vinasoy present. The current soybean procurement system is organized by factories through the soybean transfer agents. For the purpose of profitability, purchasing points are established only when there is sufficient quality of soybeans and not too far from the factory to reduce transportation costs and ensure the milk hygiene. Profits of soybean growers with the current price about 17,000 Vietnam dong per kilogram. Each hectare of soybean farmers earn over 30 million Vietnam dong. About the primary activities, it have 5 factors. The first is inbound logistics. In addition to the main source of raw materials used for soybean in the Central Highlands, Vinasoy imported more soy from Canada. All of material include imported are natural soybeans, not genetically modified. Currently, the price of soybeans grown in Vietnam is higher than imported soybeans. However, Vinasoy still prioritizes the use of soybean raw materials in Central Highlands instead of using imported raw materials. This is due to 2 main reasons. Firstly, the characteristic of Vietnamese soybeans when making the product is very fragrant and natural taste. In addition, because of being bought and processed shortly after harvest, the beans are still very fresh. Secondly, Vinasoy still has to import soybeans from Canada in order to improve the quality of the product and create new purebred breed. The second factor is operations. Pure soy milk Vinasoy has the optimal formulation rich in isolate bones and soy protein. To optimize the content of those, Vinasoy production progress is strictly based on three main factors: raw materials, production process, and formulation. 100% soybean are strictly selected, rich in natural nutrients as flavons and soy protein. Vinasoy also strives to develop technology, develop human resources to improve the quality of products for the benefit of consumers. The company has bravely invested in modern production line from Sweden to create a breakthrough in product quality which keeps its natural soy flavors and keeps its nutrients without the use of preservative. Over the year, Vinasoy products have always ensured hygiene and food safety by strictly adhering to the international standard management system. As a result, consumers receive Vinasoy products with high trust in quality, nutrition, and food hygiene. The third factor is about logic. Consumption market of Vinasoy is concentrated in North and the Central. Vinasoy uses a broad distribution policy to cover the market. The direct distribution channel of the company includes sales staff who sell the order through telephone or sell directly to the consumer. Sales revenue through direct distribution channels accounted for only 9% of total revenue of the company. The indirect distribution channel of the company is the main distribution channel. Sales revenue through this channel accounted for more than 90% of total revenue of the company. The next factor is marketing and sales. Vinasoy always has effective marketing strategy through innovative solutions. Especially in the last 2 years, Vinasoy has carried out a number of big campaigns such as Vinasoy Peaceful Lunar Year, Vinasoy Heart Warrior, and so on. All of these campaigns has achieved impressive results in terms of building emotional brand as well as effects in the digital community in Vietnam. The final factor is service. Vinasoy has built a customer relationship management system to attract potential customers and retain existing customers, thereby promoting the business operation of the company in the most effective way. Besides, Vinasoy has a policy of confidential information for customers, helping customers feel more comfortable for using this product.
The final part is proposing strategy for Vinasoy in the future. The first one is generic strategy. Vinasoy should continue to perform their best in their differentiate strategy. In the future, Vinasoy should keep long-term cooperation with Tetra Pak to earn more benefits in high-capacity packaging, technology, and cost optimization. Furthermore, Vinasoy should continue to build their core value in the Vietnamese spirit, believe in Vietnamese soybean with its advantage in flavor and transportation costs. The second one is growth strategy. From growth strategy cluster, Vinasoy is cell one with strong competitive position and rapid market growth. Looking at the current position and market, we see that Vinasoy is staying in a strong position, a well-known brand for soy milk with more than 80% of the market share. However, in the competition with street vendor in its selling, Vinasoy still has some suffering because the habits of using homemade or traditional products. However, Vinasoy has resources to train and also outweigh the competitor from its strong distribution network and its infrastructure. About research centers, soybean fair, and Tetra Pak technology. Looking at the market, we see that the social factor has been supporting Vinasoy as people are acknowledging the high need of hygiene of food consumption. Bacteria in homemade soy milk, the pace of life in Vietnam is also changing. which may largely shift the buying behavior of consumers to buy packaging products regularly. The consumption of soy milk in Vietnamese market is top 5 the world and perhaps increased further due to the social factors. From those analyses, we come to the selection for Vinasoy's growth strategy. It's concentrated growth. Vinasoy's strength in soy milk, in which they build their competitive position over other competitors. They have exclusive technology, unique research, and development plan and market share. Therefore, concentration will enhance their position in long term.
So looking at the short term, exploiting the occasion of third holiday, Vinasoy can launch a new selling program called Ace Gift Help. This is a combo of products including Family Natural, Vinasoy Natural, and Family Kit. The top 3 bestsellers products of Vinasoy. The packaging design has to be paid more attention, which can make it be more beautiful and classy to give to others. In terms of price, Vinasoy company can set a competitive price against retailer purchase. By looking at the table on the screen, you can see that we have suggested that instead of pricing about 90,000 VND for the original price of these 3 products, Vinasoy can get them about 5 or to 8% lower to give the better incentives to buyers. The exposure to new combo products is really important, and that's why Vinasoy, besides cooperate with their strategic distribution network, should use pool strategy with direct selling to negotiate with retailers and wholesalers to put Vinasoy combo products into prepackaged third present, as you can see beside me. So this exposure may have Vinasoy increase sales a lot during Tet holiday. And during Tet holiday, Vietnamese care most about the reunion and caring, and that's the message Vinasoy should communicate during the third campaign. They can introduce the combo products to take care of their whole family during Tet, which is suitable for a Tet present when they come back home. So besides this introduction, Vinasoy should continue to create viral video clip or advertisement, which is their strength in the last 2 Tet campaigns. Now, to gain more interaction, it can also post it onto Facebook and Instagram for a further reach to their consumers. Recognizing the weakness and threat to Vinasoy's situation, we suggested that Vinasoy should concentrate in improving 3 aspects. On their packaging, they should put their message of their competitive advantage in materials 80% from Vietnamese soybean and maybe their tetra unwind soy. Besides, Vinasoy should design some new packaging patterns that are more easily used and safely preserved, such as plastic mini bottle. Vinasoy can follow TH2 Meal in telling the story of devoting in providing the best Vietnamese soybean, and their image appearing on the package are on the right track of their customer. However, they can reduce the size of human image on their package and also change the glass of milk they are holding. Furthermore, because the habit of using homemade soy milk cannot change immediately, Vinasoy must come up with some unique flavor to draw attention of consumers. Following their core value of healthy products, they can add fruity flavor, strawberry, blueberry, or add supplement like phytosterol to help to reduce cholesterol or vitamin for daily usage. Another thing to improve Vinasoy augmented products. Vinasoy must build a call center to answer queries from consumers and handle their anger or problems. They should develop a process of solving consumer complaints, like how can Vinasoy compensate for the false products or expired products, for example. In terms of price, the development of new flavor and supplement as above may raise the cost of production, and as a result the price of Vinasoy's products a little bit. About the place, to maximize the appearance of Vinasoy, they should continue to use pool strategy to direct selling. To introduce the product to consumers, especially children, for family product line, Vinasoy should build up some representative stores to sell and introduce their core products to the customers more clearly and rapidly. The promotion aspect of Vinasoy is quite complicated. The recent marketing campaign of Vinasoy may raise a lot of confusing information in their advertisement. In only 1 month, Vinasoy launched 2 different advertisements with 2 different target customers and 2 different products. To solve this issue, Vinasoy can switch their target customer to 30 or to 40 years old Asian female who come from average to high income family. They work and live in urban area and have limited time for their family and always try to take care best for their family. The advertising message can focus in one of the two directions: reliable resource of supply or fast and convenient way of milk consumption. Moreover, the advertising campaign must plan in advance and schedule properly. In each of different marketing campaign or marketing advertisements must be launched with 2 or 3 month gap. The customer interaction also needs to improve through their own website and Facebook. They must provide more information about their performance of the company on their websites, or also provide dual language for foreign investors to grab chances to go global. Their Facebook page attracts quite high interaction but not really post any information on that. Therefore, they must improve on to have them gain more consumers through their close communication in many channels. We have suggested the plan for Vinasoy to follow in this ganja, and they start from the month of in this month to the next 3 years, 2020, which will help them to strengthen their position in this competitive market and gain more market share in their future.
We have also estimated the financial requirements to execute our strategies. We divide them into short-term and long-term costs. Each category has 4 subcategories, which are product, place, people, and marketing. In the short term, we want to raise the combo products awareness in customers, so the marketing cost is the highest at 500 million Vietnam dong for hiring the team to make the campaign video and launching costs on different channels. The total short-term cost is nearly 1 billion Vietnam dong. In the long term, to increase the quality of our product, we would need to invest heavily on research and development, which make product costs the highest, at around 1.1 billion Vietnam dong, accounting for 1/3 of the total long-term capital requirement, which is 3.3 billion VND. Summing it up, the total financial projection is 4.2 billion Vietnam dong. For the target of our strategy, we set the 3-year goals for sales, marketing, and profit margin. In 2018, we aim to increase sales by 25% compared to the last year period. And since then to 2020, we want to keep the rate steady at 35%. For marketing, our main target is to increase social media and our official website interaction. We would expect to get at least 40% more followers on Facebook. For profit margin, with our finished research on material soybean development and increased sales, we want to cut costs down through technology and economy of scales, thereby raising the profit by about 25%, give or take 5%.